to play the Great Western Trail Old El Paso now.
Old El Paso. That's a kind of beans, I think.
Which is yummy.
Yes.
It's a brand. They also do hard shell tortillas. Anyway, Great Western Trail El Paso. It is a shorter version of Great Western Trail.
Card-based version.
Simplified version. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell because board games are amazing and that's what we do here at Legends of Nirvana.
Where you like beans.
Hey, I do like me some Old El Paso. All right, Randy, tell us a little bit more about this game.
All right. Great Western Trail El Paso is a 2025 release. It has a Board Game Geek rating of 7.1 and a rank of 2514. It's a 1 to 4 player game, average length of 60 to 90 minutes. That seems a little on the high side, but maybe.
With 4 players.
Yeah, with more players, maybe. Age 12 and up. Design is by Johan Krenner and Alexander Pfister. Art is by Chris Quilliams. And it's published, oddly, by Lookout Games because the Great Western Trail is published by, is it Stronghold? Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of odd that they're different publishers. Mechanics on this is deck building, hand management, ownership, set collection, and solo and solitaire game. The MSRP is listed as $39.99, which seems a little pricey for this. You can get it, the cheapest price out there is Gamers Guild of Arizona, which is $28.79, but it's currently out of stock. Atomic Empire and Game Nerds have it second cheapest at $31.99, and it's in stock. Card House has it for $34.99, and there's a whole bunch of other retailers that also have it for that price.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about quality of components. Our cowboys are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
I feel like these are 3 times the size.
They're almost too big because they cover up the buildings and it's hard to see what's on the space.
It's fine. Sort of. I mean, it's fine.
If you're playing 4 players, it would be hard to see around that cowboy to see what the space actually did. I know I had to turn them a few times to be able to see them myself when we were playing.
Yeah, honestly, the tiles seem a little small.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the tiles that are a little small.
Well, I think, yeah, the whole thing is pretty small. I think it's good for travel size, and I do like the little play mat, although it doesn't lay flat. I mean, it's because it's folded, but you can smooth it out. But yeah,
I will say linen finish on the cards, really
yeah.
Nice quality. So they did go all out on the cards.
And this play mat, it's just a piece of cloth. But it's nice. It's thick. It's not a standard playmat material.
And then obviously you have some cardboard chips as far as your money.
Yeah, those are awful. They're very thin cardboard. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not horrible.
And then the player mats are just cardstock. They're not even cardboard.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I guess they're trying to fit into a certain size box and be very portable with it. Overall, though, it's mostly cards, and the cards are actually really good quality. I'll give this a 7.
Wow, you're way more generous than I am.
Well, okay, compare it to Catan.
I know. The only things that are nicer than Catan are you got the wooden people, which are kind of fairly generic. You've got the cloth material. They got cowboy hats. The cloth material, and then the card. But look,
the card quality is really nice.
I'll give it a 6 generously. I would have given it a 5.5 if it weren't for the card stock.
Wait, what did I say? 7? I think I meant 6.
Yeah, 6 sounds more reasonable.
I think I meant 1 point above average.
That sounds more reasonable. Okay, I thought you were kind of maybe the dyeing of your hair or whatever today.
The chemicals.
Yes.
The chemicals got in somehow.
But it does look beautiful.
So, all right. So, moving on to theme, Great Western Trail. You're managing your cows. I don't feel it as much as the original.
No, this one it felt like the art's pretty on the cards. I like the card.
Oh yeah,
art.
no, the art.
It's actually I think nicer than some of the original Great Western Trail art. But as far as the feel of this, it didn't really feel Western at all.
Well, I mean, okay, there's obviously elements of it, but because the rounds were so short
Mm-hmm.
and you go around so fast, there's no you can only build 2 buildings. Like there wasn't really enough of a build for me that Great Western Trail really provides. Um, and then the other piece of it is you don't. I bought 3 cows and the game was over. Like what is that nonsense?
That's what I'm saying. 60 to 90 minutes seems excessive, but yeah, like you said, if it's more players, maybe. But yeah, it just felt like the game was rushed.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, you
But
know,
yeah, we're a theme now. We're not talking about gameplay, really.
well, but that's just it. The theme felt rushed.
The theme felt rushed. How do you rush the theme?
I don't know. I feel like I should have been able to buy more than 3 cows.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. That being said, I mean, but the art was fantastic. I'll give it a 6.5 because the art's there. It's very similar to Great Western Trail. I just didn't feel it as much as I did with Great Western Trail.
I'm probably right with you with the 6.5 on this one. I mean, the art is what gives it the 1.5 points, honestly. Because other than that, you lose it to me in the components. I mean,
Hey, that's the first one.
I know the cardboard takes me out of. I mean, this flimsy cardboard. I don't like chit
Okay, you
cardboards.
can't double hit it like that.
When it affects the theme of the game, having these cardboard tokens that are so flimsy,
I think he's being a little.
I just don't like these. I should have used my poker chips, but it wouldn't affect it because it's not part of the game. So I think 6.5 is fair.
Okay, so moving on to the actual rule book.
So the rulebook is 16 pages in length. It's got a cover that matches the cover of the box. It goes into the components. Everything's fine, pictured the way it's supposed to be. Then you go into the setup. Setup is very easy to follow. There's a lot of getting things and organizing them, but it's not really that complex. Then it goes through the different phases. Everything's fine here. Move phase, action phase, draw phase, and basically goes through everything you do in your turn. And the problem is the iconography. They put the iconography in the actions. Most of it is here, and it's okay. But the way they broke it out, it's like, okay, they should have had an index that shows you somewhere on the back or a card that we could have looked at to reference, so you don't have to go through the book to try to find what does that icon mean. Most of it, once you get it down, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, it's very similar to Great Western Trail.
Right, but it didn't really elaborate. Like we were questioning whether the objective tiles.
Questioning. Go.
Like we were questioning about with the objective tiles, whether it was a one-time scoring or multiple.
It's very similar to the trumpet cards.
Yes.
It's got trumpets on the face.
I understand that, but if I hadn't played Great Western Trail before, it wasn't specified in the book.
Right.
The scoring piece in general had a problem because, first of all, the way they worded it, whoever reaches El Paso and takes the last card triggers the end of the game, but it's technically not true. It's the next person that reaches El Paso that triggers the end game. So the way they did it caused me confusion. I looked it up online. Other people were asking the same question because of the way it was worded. So, because it indicated, like, basically that you must stop there, and, like, that player was out of the game, which makes no sense because the other person could just take their time hitting every spot, for the rest of the game until they got what they wanted.
Yeah.
It was really badly worded. And then the tokens, being that they were not broken out and shown in the scoring as far as how they scored, that was very confusing. There's a one-page solo variant on the back. Well, it's 1.5 page, I should say. We don't play solo, but Rob probably would try it. And but I don't know how robust it's going to be. I mean, with Fister, you typically do get a fairly decent solo game, but with 1.5 pages, I'm not holding my breath on this one. I'm going to give the rule book a 6, I think, because of the confusion on those minor things. I mean, it does get you into the game quickly. It's an easy read. It's just there's confusion around some of the stuff that should have been a little clearer.
All right. So moving on to the actual gameplay. So it is a little bit of hand management. So you have 4 cards in your hand, as well as workers. This is how I beat Randy's.
Yeah,
The
you
amount
get
of workers.
one of each type of worker. There's the 3 standard ones that are in Great Western Trail, which is engineer, cowboy, and builder. And then you get a wild, which can be treated as any of them.
So the big difference on Great Western Trail versus this one is these are actually cards that go through your deck, versus in Great Western Trail, they're actually on a different board and they can, so there's a little bit of caveat there. All right, so basically I have 4 cards in my hand. I have my worker here and I'm going to move up to 3 spaces. Now eventually you'll be able to change that and make it up to 4 if you end up doing something here a little bit.
You can also, in this case, discard these cowboys to get extra movement. Which is
but I want to buy cows because I only bought 3
I know.
cows.
It was. We didn't do that a whole lot. I think you used it for some money a few times. But there's some of them have different abilities. You can buy ribbons. You can get coins.
Well, my thing is that makes the game end that much fat. Like the game's already so short, but
yeah.
So anyway, so I'm going to move up to 3. Knowing what is in my hand, this is all crap. So I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to go. And this thing, it lets me discard a black 2 to get 2 money. I definitely should have had 5 money because I ended that round. All right, and then I get to pay a money and get a trade, discard 1, draw 1. I'm not going to do that. And then I get to buy some cows. So to do that, for example, I can only afford the level 5 or the level 3 cowboy one, so that's a level 4. So I'm going to spend 3 of these cowboys. I also have to spend 6 money. All right, and then I get to take one of these cards. This goes in my discard.
Yeah.
All right, but when I do shuffle this hand back in, this gives me a higher value cow to go. Now, we each take turns. We, again, doing the actions that it says on the tile. The only thing is when you do end up back in El Paso, I'm going to take my hand. The only ones that count are the different ones. So in this case, I only have 5. Worst case scenario ever. Do not do this. Because then I'd end up going here and I would just get 1 coin out of it. So that's really, and I'm supposed to get 5 coins.
Each player can be on the same space as far as scoring, but there's only 3 different ones where you can have multiple of your own tokens.
And I'm supposed to pick this up as well.
That's kind of the timer for in-game, and it also gives you 2 towards your scoring as far as your cows, but they're worth 0 victory points.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones you buy actually give you victory points.
Now, I will say that I ended up discarding a few.
Yeah.
Because there is a trash functionality to keep your hand more flowy, and those will end up eating your hand in the long run. As well as the ones. There is, in all the standard spaces, there's nothing to do with ones. So, like, I got rid of those first. I had 1, and then I started getting rid of duplicates. But overall, again, it's Great Western Trail Light. I didn't cover the itch, though. I even feel like I want to play, like, I want to get Great Western Trail out and play it. Now, I will say, on an evening, when you're tight on time, it might work.
Yeah. Or if you're traveling. I mean, it is a more portable version.
Portable. It is significantly faster.
Yeah.
So there's that benefit. And some people like the faster games, and so it may be more attuned to them.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is we just finished playing Sanctuary and did the review on that, and that one I felt fulfilled after the game. You know, it still wasn't Arc Nova, but it still was a fulfilling experience to play the game and made me want to play that version again. This one, I don't have any desire to necessarily go back and play this version again, you know, unless I'm in a situation, like I said, where we're traveling and we needed something, and I don't think I'd pick
this one up out of the ones that
But exactly. And it's like, you know, it's similar to the situation with the 2-player, the duels and the 2-player versions of games. I just don't like them.
Oh, that's not true. There's been a few that have...
There's been a few good ones, but most part they feel dumbed down, like they're dumbed down versions of the base game.
Yeah, no, but like Bread and Ale and Bread...
but that's not a duel. And I mean, it's 2-player. I'm talking about like Seven Wonders Duel and, you know, to me the most...
Well, you said duel and 2 players.
Well, yeah, well, most two-player games are, but yeah, there are good ones. I'm not saying there aren't. Targi's a good one.
Curious Cargo.
Yeah.
That one's a solid
yeah,
one.
Yep. There are some good ones, but there's a lot of bad ones out there, or ones that feel like they're
I think
dumbed down.
lately there's been some good. They're changing that aspect.
I hope so, because I mean, it's nice to have a portable version, but to have a portable version that feels like it's lacking, it's.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though. If you're asking, all right, Miranda, what's lacking in it? I mean, it's just, you don't have the trail movement. I don't like that the engineer, how the engineers worked.
Well, I didn't mind the discarding aspect of those.
No, that's fine. It's that I'm not actually moving up a track. I'm just picking the rail car.
Yeah.
And there didn't seem to be super advantageous to keep going.
I got some victory points that way, but
it's.
Yeah, it turns out your build actions were actually worth more points than my stuff was. So, I mean, I sacrificed getting any of the other stuff to get engineers, and they weren't really as valuable.
Right, because you're spending 8 money for 3 of these. End of game victory points, but you have to fill them.
Mm-hmm.
And then a movement of 2. I just don't. 8 coins just doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah.
Considering you only get 5 when you hit here. So it didn't seem quite balanced on that front. It just didn't seem very valuable. I did do it a couple times to get some end of game victory points, but once I got the appropriate, I got 4 of them, and I was waiting till I completed those to pick up another one.
Mm-hmm.
But I could do that on the first one.
Yeah.
So it wasn't absolutely necessary to do that, and it only cost me 2 coins to do it. So 2 coins for one of these, which gives me 3 or 4 victory points. That's worth it. What's not worth it is spending 8 for the same value of victory points and then these 3. That being said, because you got those 3, you probably you scored 1 higher than me. So, I mean, there's that. So,
yeah,
a little bit of a caveat there. All right, overall, let's give it a score. Would you play this more than Catan?
It would have to be a very specific scenario. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, if I'm on the road, Catan is not very portable and handy for getting out at the table. That's about the only situation where I would choose this.
I just don't see us getting this out again.
Right. It doesn't feel as rewarding. All it does is make me, as you said, want to play Great Western Trail and get a more rewarding experience. And even then, I would probably want the add-on to get the the other cities at the top, because that to me added a ton to that game. It's definitely not meaty enough for my tastes.
Well, it's not that it's not meaty, it's just over too fast. You don't get to build anything. And I think for me, that's the biggest thing, because one of the things I like at Great Western Trail is I'm building my hand, or I'm building my buildings, or I'm building my employment forces, I'm getting my train up. There isn't that much of a build for me. So, and I think that's where it kind of loses that feel to me. So I think that's my problem. Giving it a score, go.
In the scenario, if I were traveling, I'll give it a 5.5. If not, I'll give it a 4.5. I don't know.
Oh, worse than normal Catan.
To me, it's teetering slightly, and it's mainly because of the cardboard components being as flimsy as they are. That's the main thing that puts it below Catan. Because Catan
You're cracking me up.
These really bother me. These chip pieces.
They're not that bad.
These are super thin.
They're not that bad.
You're feeling the coin. Feel these compared to the coin.
Still not that bad.
Okay, to me they are. I think 4.5 to 5.5 is the range. We'll average and make it a 5.
I'm actually with you on it. As much as I love Great Western Trail, and here's the thing though, I don't even see it getting better with more players.
No.
I don't see it getting better with more players. I'm trying to think of how this works. The reality is we're going to put it in the box.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to convince you to get rid of it, because I just don't see us playing it.
Well, the other thing about it is, because of the rules being as convoluted in the way, if you were a newbie trying to learn the game, I would rather you have Great Western Trail for that scenario too. Because if I'm reading these rules, I'm going to be confused by the rules, in the scoring process and have to look it up online. And if I'm a newbie that doesn't know how, I thinks, okay, I'm just picking up the rulebook and I'm reading it and that's how I play. I'm not going to necessarily know. I go to Board Game Geek or some other site to research it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm with you at a 5. I would probably could play Catan before I play this basic Catan over this.
Yeah.
Because if I was like, oh, let's play Great Western Trail, I'd be like getting out the real one and being like, oh, we don't have enough time for that. Okay, well, I'm going to be picking so many other games.
Right.
Because we have some fantastic roll-in rights that are that hour and a half range.
Mm-hmm.
So many other things. So I'm going to stick with a 5 too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that's our thoughts on Great Western
Tell
Trail,
us if
El
you think
Paso.
we're wrong.
Yeah, let us know what you found in this game.
Because maybe you found something that we missed, or maybe now I could see Adam liking this more than.
Well, it is quick, but I don't think so. I mean, he might like it more than because he doesn't really like waiting between turns. Is the only thing. And this, you don't have to wait very long between turns.
I know. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We had an absolute blast. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.